evening, LHU students, and welcome to HavenNOW, your source for campus and local news in Lock Haven. I'm Natalie Carnacelli.
And my name is Ryan Hauser, and here's a look at what happened this week around the area, on campus, and around the nation. First, a new Lock Haven University trustee was appointed. The return of local hotspot Ice Shack and a suspended LHU fraternity is off probation, and also a look at the upcoming 2020 U.S. Census recruitment process.
We also have an array of interviews from the LHU men's and women's senior basketball team members, a recap of the men's and basketball game, and a sports administration major who will be interning with the Pittsburgh Steelers this summer. We have a summary of new music coming out this month across the nation and a commentary on the ongoing drama surrounding actors Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. All this and more coming up.
We'll start things off with an update on the appointment of a new LHU trustee member. Angela Smith is the newest member of Lock Haven University's Council of Trustees. She graduated from LHU in 2007 with a bachelor's degree in education with a focus in Spanish and a minor in mathematics. While she still teaches Spanish classes for Bald Eagle Area School District, she is now looking to help give back to the community and finds that LHU and the Council of Trustees is the perfect way for her to do so. With Angela's experience in education, applied linguistics, and studying abroad, she is going to make a valuable and knowledgeable member. Also inducted into the council was Mike Hanna Jr., council secretary, who was reappointed for a second term. The council met on February 21st and won't meet again until March 8th to further discuss plans around campus buildings, curriculum, and rules. For example, just last December, the Council of Trustees passed a new bachelor's degree in finance and risk management. At the previous meeting on February 21st, a few projects proposed by the trustees included replacing the retaining wall by Campus Village, East Campus gym upgrades, and the demolition of High Hall and McIntyre Hall starting June 1st. For more information on Angela and the council, you can check out the trustees page on the Lock Haven University website. In other news, there was a shooting in an off-campus Lock Haven house. Here's a deeper look into that situation. This past weekend, Lock Haven University's Alpha Chi Rho hosted an invite-exclusive party when several uninvited guests showed up and began causing problems. Although the brothers were hesitant to share what happened, they later said that a Lock Haven local who does not attend school here was snuck in with one or two other friends, and when confronted to leave, began shouting and causing a scene. Shortly after, a fight broke out, leading to the removal of the uninvited guests. After the Lock Haven man was kicked out, he returned to the AXP property and discharged several rounds into the sky from an illegally owned pistol. One brother told me that the local was bragging about recently being released from jail before being kicked out of the party. Ultimately, the cops were called after the shots were fired, and 2 men were taken into custody. Nobody was harmed at the party, and this behavior does not reflect that of AXP. All of the brothers reassured me that they made it invite only for specific reasons, to avoid underage drinking and any problems such as this one. AXP will continue to be involved in university activities, community events, and fundraising opportunities.
In campus news, Lock Haven University's fraternity Alpha Sigma Phi Delta Nu chapter is officially off probation. LHU spokesperson Elizabeth Arnold said on February 18th the fraternity's probation was lifted. Alpha Sigma Phi has been on probation since November 26th after a friend of an Alpha Sig brother was found unresponsive and later pronounced dead in an off-campus house occupied by Alpha Sig brothers located on West Main Street. The 21-year-old was not a Lock Haven University student. The Office of Student and Residence Life conducted the investigation and reviewed all available information from the Lock Haven City Police, as well as the results of the autopsy report. Police Chief Kristen Smith said the investigation determined that the death was not a result of a drug overdose or foul play, and that the case is now considered closed. In an interview with an Alpha Sigma Phi brother, he said that he was glad that the fraternity is off probation, as they weren't allowed to participate in any activities associated with the fraternity, and he was afraid that they were going to be kicked off campus. Lock Haven University's Panhellenic Greek Week is coming up in April, as well as Relay for Life. Alpha Sigma Phi annually takes part in both events, and the brothers are excited to participate in these activities and other Greek life activities that they were not allowed to participate in while on probation. In other news, the U.S. Census Bureau is recruiting thousands of people across the country and Puerto Rico to help aid in the 2020 census count. Over the past week, the Census Bureau has been traveling all over the United States to hire paid temporary workers. Recruiters came to LHU this past Thursday looking for students interested in working for the Bureau. The temporary job pays $16.50 an hour and offers a flexible schedule. Workers are even paid for the training session they must complete. But what exactly does the job entail? Well, according to the 2020 Census website, census takers interview household residents and update address lists. Prior to the census takers will use maps and address lists to determine if an address is correct. Next, the workers will visit households that have not responded, speaking with residents and using electronic devices, smartphones, or tablets to collect the census data. There are 6 main Census Bureau regional locations across the U.S. Atlanta, Chicago, Denver, Los Angeles, New York, and Philadelphia. Each regional location differs in what the temporary government employees will earn. In Philadelphia, workers will earn approximately $2,853 a week, whereas in Los Angeles, workers will earn around $4,963 a week. There are also background checks that take place during the hiring process. And according to the 2020 Census website, U.S. Census hirers work with legal experts, law enforcement officials, and advocacy groups to design a process for resolving issues identified in applicants' background checks. The process is designed to be fair to the applicant and to protect the public.
Now on to events around campus. The Haven Activities Council, or HAC, held its first ever glow party at the Student Rec Center. The event was held from 9 p.m. until midnight, and there were many activities for students to partake in. A glow party, for those of you who don't know, features black lights, glow-in-the-dark fluorescents, glow sticks, paint, and other such activities. There was a glow kart racing, glow mini golf, glow volleyball, and glow dodgeball. At the front of the event, there were plenty of glow sticks for students to use to make bracelets, necklaces, and even sunglasses. There was also a popcorn machine and other treats and drinks for students to snack on. Bella Plaza, a HAC council member, stated that HAC is trying to have a wider variety of programs for students and that she wanted to have a program that is different than what it normally does. In the past, HAC has held its annual Big Screen Movie Friday on Friday nights, as well as HAC Wing Night and Trivia on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Bella Plaza also stated that she thought the events are always a way for students to have some fun and do something different on campus. Next, here's a brief look at Lock Haven's favorite hotspot, Ice Shack, back up and running as the weather starts to warm up and people are doing more outside.
Mill Hall's favorite ice cream place is reopening for seasonal hours. That's right, Mill Hall's Ice Shack is reopening for warmer months starting today, Monday, March 2nd. Ice Shack is family-owned and operated by several women who volunteer their time to help make money to benefit the Bald Eagle Boys Camp. Whether you are in the mood for a frozen Italian ice, a handmade soft pretzel, or a soft-serve ice cream cone, Ice Shack has what you need. Located right outside of downtown Mill Hall, Ice Shack is a mere 10-minute drive from campus and is a favorite among college students and residents of the surrounding areas. One Facebook user stated, "I drove an hour and a half for Ice Shack." People from around the area come to try their famous handmade soft pretzels, delicious soups, or the ice cream flavor of the week. If you don't plan on going out today to get some great food, take a trip over to Ice Shack in Mill Hall and see what everyone's talking about.
I love the Ice Shack. I cannot wait to go.
Me too. My favorite thing to get there is the Shack Storm.
I personally love the handmade soft pretzels.
In national news, the global death toll from the recent coronavirus outbreak has reached 2,932 people. There are more than 79,250 people in mainland China that have been confirmed to have the virus. There are 6,285 confirmed cases of the virus outside of China. There are 58 countries that have diagnosed cases of coronavirus. And according to the Center for Disease Control, the United States currently has 67 cases nationwide, including 2 deaths as of this morning. The Trump administration announced on Saturday the new travel restrictions after the confirmation of the first coronavirus death in the U.S., a man from Washington state. Vice President Mike Pence stated on Saturday that the U.S. will be expanding travel restrictions from Iran to include any foreign national who has visited Iran within the past 14 days. Pence also stated that the U.S. will emphasize a travel advisory for specific regions of Italy and South Korea. Pence stated that he is urging Americans to not travel to areas in Italy or the areas in South Korea that are the most affected by the outbreak. The World Health Organization declared a global health emergency last month, and on Saturday, the WHO upgraded the global risk of the coronavirus outbreak to very high, the top level of risk assessment. Dr. Mike Ryan, head of the WHO's Emergency Health Program, stated Saturday the risk level was intended to serve as a reality check for governments since healthcare systems were still unprepared. He told the world to be ready and then suggested the biggest issue at the moment were rumors, stigma, and fear, more so than the virus itself. The best way to prevent from catching the spread of the virus is to wash your hands frequently with soap and water or use a sanitizer gel. Also to avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands and avoid close contact with people who are unwell. Now over to Jamie Rodriguez Vega with this past week's sports news.
Thank you, Natalie. Let's talk about what has been going on in the NFL lately, besides the highly anticipated NFL Combine. The CBA talk has overshadowed the Combine for many weeks. The CBA is a collective bargaining agreement that is being made between the National Football League Players Association, the NFLPA, and the NFL team owners. This CBA will impact the next 10 years and has gone through many revisions in the last couple weeks, but the overall purpose has stayed the same. Their plans are to add another game to the long 16-week season, make a 7th seed in the playoffs, which would make it 14 teams in playoffs instead of 12 teams, and finally take off a preseason game that will make it 3 preseason games instead of 4, which would make the offseason shorter. The first proposal of the CBA got major backlash from many players, saying that the 17th game has a high risk of injury and not worth the pay cap that was set on a particular game. The new proposal keeps everything the same, but makes the off-season length. It keeps the off-season length the same, but still only have 3 preseason games. In reality, it makes the off-season a lot longer, as well as taking the pay cap off the 17th game. A decision for the CBA has not been made, but we will keep up with the story until a decision has been made. In local sports, on February 26th, the LA2 men's basketball team went up against East Stroudsburg University. Here are some highlights on that night.
Lock Haven's men's basketball team had a chance to clinch playoffs with a win over East Stroudsburg. They fought hard with the starting 5 of Trevor Lusuana, Christian Kelly, Eli Washington, Matt Cerruti, and Jesse McPherson, but fell short 92-83. This night was special for 4 seniors as it was their last home game as a Bald Eagle. Christian Kelly, who we will talk to later on, Damian Young, Gray Halls, and Trevor Lusuana.
Speaking on basketball, yesterday I got a chance to sit down with 2 out of the 3 senior basketball girls on the women's basketball team.
Hi, I'm Jordan Closter, and I'm a senior guard on the women's basketball team.
Walk me through your collegiate career.
So I played at Millersville University freshman year, went to playoffs and everything. And then sophomore year, transferred here, started everything. We did pretty well, but then last year, junior year, and this year, senior year, we've made playoffs both years, so we're doing pretty well.
Also, walk me through the senior night.
That's something I always wanted to do, was make it to senior night. It was really rewarding. It kind of just felt like, it was just nice to have a night kind of just like focused on the 3 of us, me, Riley, and Mary. And yeah, it was just really great to just be honored.
Mm-hmm. Who came and supported you?
My grandpa came, and then my mom, my dad, and my brother. So
That's exciting to have all your family
Yeah.
just support you one last
Yeah.
time, even though you guys are in playoffs. Congratulations on making
Thank
playoffs
you.
again.
Yeah, it was our last home game, so
yeah.
it was kind of nice.
Walk me through this season in general. What was your mindset coming into the season, it being your senior year?
Well, we were picked 7th, so in the preseason poll, so we kind of just had like an FU like mindset going into the season, and then we came out, lost our 2 games in our tip-off tournament, but they were pretty close, so that kind of just like set up for the rest of. We did our job in PSAC West, won a lot of games, so then when it got time to PSAC East, we didn't have as much pressure on us, and then it was really nice going into this next like last week, knowing that we had the 5th spot no matter what.
After playing college, now that you're a senior, what's going to be your future plans?
I would really want to get a GA position, coaching, and then I want to be turned into like a collegiate coach. But I really want to use the GA position to get my graduate degree for free.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So I started at Penn State Du Bois playing basketball as a shooting guard in 2013. So then I started just get my gen eds done. I broke a record for threes my freshman year. I made 56 in the season. Came back my sophomore year. I had an injury, kind of ended my season early. I transferred to main campus to pursue a degree in sports broadcast journalism. I graduated in 2017 with a degree in sports broadcast journalism. I started working for Penn State. 2 years after graduation, I decided to come back to Lock Haven for a health and PE degree because I started coaching on the side. And I coached junior high girls basketball, and I loved it, and I wanted to do it all the time. So I figured out, okay, well, how can I do this? So I did my research and figured out Lock Haven was the best fit for me.
Yeah.
Found out I had a little bit of eligibility left. So I walked onto the basketball team, and I played for half the season. My eligibility ran out, was not renewed, I guess you could say, and I became a student assist, and I am technically a senior, even though I have a degree already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Walk me through that senior night.
No, it was awesome. I didn't have a senior night whenever I was at Penn State Du Bois, and I honestly didn't expect it. I was very honored, and it was a kind of humbling experience to be able to share the night with 4-year seniors that were here the entire time, and I just kind of came in and I got to share that night, and they're great girls. They're fantastic to be alongside, and it was awesome to celebrate it with them and their families.
I also want to congratulate a senior who I was unable to meet with, Riley Devine, who recently reached milestones like her 1,000 points, also 200 career three-pointers. Congratulations to all those seniors on the women's basketball team. On the men's basketball team, I got to sit down with only 1 out of 4 seniors, another 1,000-point scorer in Christian Kelly. Check it out.
But it felt good, you know, my family being there. My mom came up, my brother and my dad came up, which meant a lot to me. And I had like a rough first couple years playing, and then last year, and then this year including, I've been doing my thing. So it meant a lot to me. And plus, it's kind of like it's the beginning of the end, you know.
Yeah.
Because I am looking to play professional. So, I don't want my collegiate career to end, but, I'm ready for the next chapter.
So walk me through your collegiate career.
Well, I first went to Kutztown University, and I loved school and all the people there, but, me and the coach didn't see eye to eye. We had a lot of differences. We moved on from that, and then I came here looking for an opportunity to play, and then that didn't really come along, so I had to wait my turn, I just kept working. Junior year came, and a lot of people transferred, a lot of people left, a lot of people graduated, so it was opportunity for the taking, and I put a lot of work in, and I rose to the occasion. A lot of people, who's Christian Kelly? I've always been there. I always felt like I was that good to play, and a lot of people back home know how good I was to play, and it didn't really shock me how well of a year I had, because I've always been capable of doing it. Me personally, I just came into this senior year, with a whole new mindset to dominate, try to be the best player I can, and the best person as well as the best teammate. Because I'm a real cool person, and I like to talk to anybody. Like, I could talk to anybody from senior class to the freshmen coming in, try to get them game on life or on the court. Maybe stuff they don't see that they might see next time, and just be that person that they can always talk to. So I feel like I pride myself on being that type of person. I just want to thank my teammates and coaches for being there. Obviously, it's been a long journey. I'm sad it's coming to an end, but I'm glad I met some great people along the way, especially, my family.
Also, a big congratulations to Trevor Lusuana, Gary Halls, and Damian Young. Good luck on your futures. Switching up the gears a little bit, I got to talk to a junior sports administration major from Lock Haven University, Patrick Barner.
Barner. I'm a junior sport administration student here at Lock Haven, born and raised from Lock Haven, Pennsylvania.
Patrick is going to be interning with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we're here to ask him a couple questions on a big accomplishment. What's the exact position that you're going to be working at?
I will be working in the stadium operations department as an events management intern. So what that entails is I'll basically be doing day-to-day stuff, covering different volunteer positions, different event staff, overseeing that. And throughout the summer we'll have a couple concerts. Kenny Chesney and I believe the Rolling Stones are coming in. Then we'll move into more of our Fourth Fest stuff. Then from there they have training camp, and I will be working up until the first preseason game. I'll finish that up. That'll be the end of my internship.
Yeah.
Personally, I never thought I'd get to the level of accomplishing an internship with the Steelers. My plan was just try to get through, get as much experience as I could, intern local with Penn State or something like that. But I just threw my hat in the ring. I saw it on Teamwork Online one day, and I thought I might as well apply for it. So
how did you get into sports administration or into your specific major?
So my brother was here around, I believe he graduated about 2015, 2016. And before that, I didn't really know that there was a sports-specific job in the business field. So I really learned a lot about it from him and his time here. And from there, I actually spent a semester at Juniata playing football, and I transferred back here because I wanted to be a sport management major. So that's really how I got into it.
I know that our sports administration major is one of the best in the country, and I believe it's second in the country.
Something along those lines.
It's really high up. Would you say that's one of the reasons why you came back?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, being from here, you live in the shadow of Lock Haven University, so you don't really hear about it. But once you step foot on campus, you get that experience in our sport administration department. You really realize how great it is. We have a lot of dedicated faculty that have a lot of experience in the field, and they're very personable. The small class size, anything like that, it just really helps with the learning experience.
Are you prepared for this journey?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a change of pace coming from a small town, but it's just like anything else. As long as you're just confident about it and you go about it the right way, I think I'll be fine in that setting. It's all about your confidence level. There's going to be a big change going to a bigger city. There's definitely going to be a lot more commuting times and everything like that, but I mean, I think I'm prepared for it.
Did Amber Heard really lie about the domestic abuse allegations against her ex-husband, Johnny Depp? During a preliminary hearing in London for his libel suit against British tabloid newspaper The Sun, Depp denies these allegations. The Hollywood star is also suing The Sun's parent company, News Group Newspapers, and the newspaper's executive editor for a 2018 article that claimed he had been abusive to Heard. Depp's lawyer stated that Heard was not a victim, but instead the aggressor in the couple's relationship that ended in 2017. Audio recordings of the then couple arguing about physical altercations surfaced, and this did not look good for Heard. When Depp's lawyer spoke out about the audio, he was noted saying it exposed that Mrs. Heard perpetrated violence against Mr. Depp and then fabricated an abuse hoax to cover it up. Mrs. Heard gives motive for her violence. The full hearing is due to start on March 23rd. Johnny is also suing Heard for libel in the United States. Now let's get into some entertainment. For all you bingers out there, Netflix will be dropping new shows, seasons, and movies this month, including my personal favorite, Ozark. It has been about a 1.5 year wait for season 3. Jason Bateman and Laura Linney are back. Make sure to check it out, Ozark fans. The melodramatic teen series Elite, about the students at an esteemed private school, also returns to Netflix for season 3. Some new titles to look forward to are an Octavia Spencer starring biographic limited series called Self-Made, about Madam C.J. Walker and her journey to become the first African-American self-made millionaire, as well as a new comedy titled Feel Good, written by and starring rising comic Mae Martin. We can't say hello to the new without saying farewell to the old. Here are some series that are leaving Netflix this month. The TV series Brain Games, Mega Truckers, and the movie Black Panther, plus many more are leaving. To keep up each month on what's coming and leaving Netflix, check out whatsonnetflix.com. Now let's talk about new music coming this month. On March 20th, The Weeknd will release his first full album since 2016's Starboy. His new album, After Hours, will feature the previously released platinum-selling song Heartless and Blinding Lights. For my fellow R&B lovers, Janae Aiko has announced the release date for her album Chilombo, which is set to be released just 4 days from now. This album will be her follow-up to 2017's Trip. Other projects this month include offerings from Tory Lanez, CJ Fly, Rich the Kid, King Von, and more. Let's shift gears and take a minute to shout out a local artist who is also part of the HavenNOW newscast, Jamie Rodriguez Vega. You all may know Jamie. He was just on camera for Talking Sports. He's a bit of a multitasker, dabbling in music as well. Jamie is a sophomore here at Lock Haven University and has always had a love for writing poetry, which led him to writing music. Why don't you come on up here, Jamie, talk about your music.
Thank you. I enjoy writing music to express myself, as well as being able to communicate with so many different people in the sports industry. If I want to talk to people who like R&B or people who like rap or hip hop or anything in general, you make lyrics with a beat and everybody loves it. And that's just a blessing to have everybody like your music.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
Jamie released a single last Thursday called The Gabbana on SoundCloud and will be directing and producing his own music video that will be out in April. Go check him out. That is all for entertainment news this week. I'm Nikki Chappelle. Now back to you, Natalie.
Thank you, Nikki. I'm actually really excited for the TV show Elite to come back and also to see Jamie's new music video. What about you?
Yeah, Jamie actually told me he's going to shoot a one take over on the dike, so I can't wait to see how that turns out. So thank you for turning into LHU TV's Lock Haven Now. I am Ryan Hauser.
And I'm Natalie Carnicelli. Catch us next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 5 p.m. for all your campus and local news. Have a great rest of your week.